All right. Hey guys. Welcome to the SGLang office hour again. So now we're seeing a lot of people that are using AI coding tool for contributing to the SGLang project. So we love AI coding tool. That's why we have like Liangsheng today. He's one of the co-maintainer of SGLang PR. Like he's one of the people that actually review the PR and decided whether it should be merged or not. So he's going to talk about maybe like showing some practices and skill that he used for AI coding, and also we'll go back to some PR, and talk about some standard for SGLang. Let's welcome Liangsheng.
Hi everybody. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Very honored to be here to give some talk about the how to get your PR like emerge faster in the web coding era. So yeah, I am Liangsheng. I am like a core developer in SGLang project, and yeah, as you say that I'm one of the ones that will review the PRs like every day. So uh, so let's think about like how can AI do like in today. So a lot of us hope that AI can help such a big open source project to fix a bug or to complete some document or basically write a small feature or more like we hope AI can write a large feature or do some big refactor. Uh, in that case, I think a lot of other open source communities like we are like suffering from like a lot of vibe coding PRs. And so here I want to through this office hour to discuss like uh, how is a PR considered as a good PR, and how can the web coding skills techniques accelerate the PR merging in today. So uh, like let's imagine that all of the PRs issues are contributed by AI. Like actually today we have a like in the world there is a project that's like most of their code is written by AI. This is OpenClaw, and you can see like every day there are hundreds PR be merged, and it's very hard to maintain. And to human the wrapper of OpenClaw is just like a black box, and this may work for some open source communities, but is this for now doesn't work for SGLang and AI infra software. So if all the PRs are contributed by AI, that without human to review to 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 do some quality check, then the code will be hard to maintain. It's the code when like there will be hard to debug, and there always be performance drop. Like the whole code base would just like a mess, and finally the project will come to that. So so there are some bad examples like in these days. Like we can see the left the left side is like a PR that contains uh, like several commits, like each commits like only contributed by the cloud code, and the author didn't explain anything. So the whole PR is like contributed by cloud code, and no extra information is given. So we may think that PR is a bad PR. And on the right side, there is there is a high frequency PRs, like a lot of PRs like were made like in very short time. Like you can look that all the PR number are continuous. So so normally this kind of PRs are considered as like some kind of bad PRs. So so this is give us a question. So does SGLang accept web coding PRs? Yes. So I think a lot of guys would ask about that. So I think I would say yes. We always accept good PRs. Like we don't consider like this PR is web or not. And you can see I just traversed our commit history on the main branch, and a lot of PRs were cooperated with some AI tools, like with Cloud, with Gemini, and there is even a PR to add a skill to a strong code base to add the scale to become the tools for AI to do web coding. So yeah, we are open to web coding PRs, but this makes us to think about another problem, like what like why do some PRs get rejected by the community? Uh, Someone said that the resolution is not good enough to see the PowerPoint clear. I think, for this slide or for, yeah, like this is just some examples. Like we don't need to like take a close look into these PRs. And I will give more detailed example like web pages next. Okay. So why some PRs got rejected by the community? Like they just hung there, or they got rejected, closed again. So there are some like common reasons we agree. First, the implementation is totally wrong. You want to implement some specific feature, but the feature is not doing very well. So implementation is totally wrong. So we close this PR, and there are some other issues like the code quality is bad, or it breaks the original functionality, or it will cause the maintenance overhead. It will cause like more maintenance overhead in the future, and further, it will not align with the community's culture, context, or long-term goal. So, so we this this not only happened in the web coding time. This also happened like in very in a lot of traditional open source project. So this leads us to think about like how to formalize these rules for contributors, or how to like define like what is a good PR. Okay, so like if we want to submit a PR or issue to the community, we must think about like the necessity. Like, should this even be built? Like, is this feature aligned with like where SGLang is going right now? And is this feature urgent, or does the timing work? Does this will conflict with some like a like in-flight architecture changes, or it is does this feature should SGLang own, like or it's better to place it on the SGLang's upstream? So there is a good method to check like whether this would align with SGLang's where SGLang is going, like to always check our roadmap to see if this align with the big picture. Yeah. So in this office hour, I want to like do some definition, or like personally to define like how a PR can be considered as a good PR. Like yeah. So I think we can from several layers. Like the first layer is formatting. There is a like a no lint arrow, no debug leftovers. Like if we look into, I think I can share the I can share the example for. Let me share a real PR example for this. How can I share another slide? Yeah, we can see there is a PR, right? Wait. Can you see my screen? I think we have to change it to another screen share. Can the host hear me? Okay. Yeah. Now we have changed it to another screen share. Like you can see there is a PR like with a tiny fix, and the first level is like the most basic lint check. Like we can see in SGLang CI, there is a lint workflow to check whether your contribution strictly aligns our like a code style, and that is the first level. I believe a lot of people can do this level pretty well, and this is written in our PR contribution template. So for this level, a lot of people do not need to worry about that. And Yeah, so this brings us to the next topic is like how can we use the AI tools to help us to check more than the surface things. Like we want to like let our code to be clear, to be like easily readable for the reviewers. Yeah, so now we have these things. Recently, we have added along some cloud code skills, and we update our contribute guide, and we have the code owners to to just place it in the GitHub repo to show the contributors how to do that things. Uh, I can click into the JIT skill, and I need to share the JIT skill, and you can see there is a please switch the screen. Yeah, here is a skill like it's totally managed by Cloud Code, and we can use this skill to get the full context of how to add the JIT kernel, how to how to move the kernel from SGL kernel to SGLang's JIT kernel. So this is fully written for Cloud Code, and in today we can use such kind of tools to help us to write a code with a good quality. Yeah, I need to share something else. So we have got like L1 standard for the L0 and L1 standard. The first one is the surface, just formatting and some debug prints, and the second level is written documents. Like all these needs are like a written document in the repo or like your personal standard to maintain your code. And so this is not enough. We will still have the L2 and L3 standard for a good PR. What is a L2? Like I call it structure. Like there are a lot of knowledge embedded in the code base. SGLang is an AI infra open source project. Unlike other simple and utility project, we are like one project to contain a lot of AI LM serving workloads. So at that case, SGLang's repo is a large and well organized project. There are a lot of knowledge embedded in the code base with like in the format of the architecture design, the comments, the commit history, the description in GitHub page. Like all of these contribute to the L2 structure. Like whether a PR is aligned with the L2 structure. Like does the PR break some definition in the code? Does PR have some backward compatibility issue? So that would be so I think this part can also be done by AI. So let's us have a where is the screen sharing? Okay, so let's us have a let me think about that. Have a practice. Can you see my terminal? Yeah, we want to review a PR, like to check whether this follows the L2 structure. Let me find a PR. Like we have a PR here. Let's just check out. let's check out to a PR for the IPv6 support, and this PR have more than 600 lines of code. Like we just get a cloud agent to review. Like the cloud have a neutral code PR, have neutral code review, and please read the contribution guide in SGLang repo and try to summarize the IPv4 network patterns about in SGLang, and this PR is all about how to support IPv6 for SGLang based on the contribution guide and past IPv4 support. Please review this PR and check whether this will cause some backward compatibility issue. And I just use a cloud code agent to do the PR review. And as you can see, as you can see, there is a active cloud agent that he used the contribution guide. He tried to read the code, and I want to state that all the the people have been trying to support IPv6 since 1998, and I want to say that all the information about the IP network things are embedded in the code. So if you want to see that whether your PR works good, whether your PR have some backward compatibility issue, you have to let the cloud code, or in the past you self read the code, but for nowadays you ask the cloud code to read the code to check whether this PR would align with the current SGLang's code-based design. And we also have the contribution guide, like to tell you how to write like a fairly good code. This code is still thinking about that. Let's wait for a moment. Yeah, at the same time, I can talking about like why why I call the structure standard as L2 standard, and why some knowledge is embedded in the code base. Like imagine in the past there is no language model to read the code base, and how can a developer to get onboarded into a very complex code base. So the only thing he can do is to read the code and try to analyze the code to find some patterns. Yeah, you will have the slides. Like I will share the slides. Yeah, for in the past, like everyone will read the code base by himself, use some grep tools to find all the common patterns, to organize the code architecture, to get some summary, to build his own knowledge from the code. So this knowledge is also summarized or you retrieve it from the code. Like you can see, okay, this is a cloud code review PR. Like yeah, they have a comprehensive picture. So so they can point out that the default loopback has changed. Shall I? Yeah, I can everybody see my screen clear? Is there any resolution issue? Okay. Yeah, so the cloud code just point out that the default loopback changed from the 127 to the IPv6 loopback, and this is actually a breaking change. Like if your Docker environment doesn't support IPv6, that this will this will cause breaking changes. So if you are not familiar with SGLang code base, or you don't have the context to know that SGLang code base support, that you may think that PR is good PR. Actually, it's not. Also, also multiple places are not hardcore. Yeah. So I think almost all the machines they support IPv4. Not all the machines support IPv6. So this will cause in multiple places be blocked by this PR. Yeah. So that is I think to judge a PR that we only need to grab the most critical ones. Yeah. So that is for this PR. Yeah. I will continue. Yeah. So just as what I said, yeah. So there's some knowledge embedded in the code base. Okay. So if you want to build your own scales to use cloud code to retrieve the code base, which part could you build your own scale? Which part should the cloud code agent to focus? So you can start from these items the module boundaries and some ownership. You have to know that which files should be reviewed by which owners, and there are some performance patterns which code is on the hot path. The critical path in SGLang code base is also explicitly listed in some file. Then I think the current AI agent can retrieve this very well. And we also have some design conventions, why there is a mixing use here, and why there's some module design at another place, why there's no inheritance here. And we also get something we shouldn't touch. Some code blocks look very messy, but it works well. And we may add a lot of guard, add a lot of fix me or some notes on that code block. This means that you shouldn't change this block of code easily. That is some hints that how can you build your own AI agents or skills to read the code to judge the PR. Okay, so I think there are some ability cannot be replaced by the AI agents. So I call this level is L3, is contextual, which means this judgment is always dynamic and situational judgment. We can find from the human judgment, is this change safe, or is this the right priority, or should I bypass the CI? A lot of this item or these questions is interacting with the real world, because I have the past experience about the safety issues. So maybe I know that this may cause some unsafe patterns in SGLang code, or I know that there is a very if I want to support support SGLang for the open cloud, that we may need to make some changes to support. Only you are a human, you are a maintainer, you are a contributor. You know there are some needs you have to make on SGLang to support some external functionality, so that in that case you can regard this feature as a high priority, and also some priority align with our roadmap. But just as what I said, the roadmap alignment you can always retrieve from the document. These are already documented. Yeah. So another big picture is the design aligned with the future features. Some future features is only in someone's mind. If the future feature they are not clearly designed, or they are still keeping private, we don't put it in the roadmap. On that case, we may know the direction of the code base, but the agent they will not know the direction of the code base. So Yeah, another one is will this bring more maintenance complexity? Uh, Actually, I don't think the AI agents can sense that, because the final maintenance is still done by human. Uh, like all these items are examples of L3 contextual problems. So this cannot be substituted by agent, like for this layer, at least for now in SGLang project. So after discussing after discussing the uh, after discussing the such a standard, let's dive into some PRs, like why L3 contextual problem is still important. Like, let me show you a issue like here is a issue. Here is the issue to support SGLang's log prop return with spec v2, and I added a overlap safe in the title because there is a like a three previous attempts to fix that problem, and some of the PRs are wipe coded. Like, you can view that these PRs are like the former PRs are written. The former PRs are written by with assistance of AI, and they are but all of them are wrong because there are some that cannot retrieve the context from the code base, and for each PR, the maintainer should point out why this is wrong, and why there is a unclean implementation on that feature, and to get a clear roadmap on how to implement this. That is still maintenance responsibility. And you can see I just list uh, all of these past and wrong implemented PRs, and to find out whether they are not right or they are not overlap safe. And I proposed a new design that to tell the contributor how to distinguish the the computation logic in the forward stream, and how to put the copy stream in the stream communication. So that example of how in sometimes some PR that you may be confused that why it's not merged or is not being reviewed actively. So because we need some uh, human judge to see if this PR really works. Okay, let me continue. Yeah. So how can we make a good PR? Like, uh, I just listed L0, L1, L2. That is three level of standard for a good PR, and plus the necessity and the precision. You have to use the AI tools to solve the first three layers. Like, you use the AI to find out whether there is some debugger print left. There are some lint or some simple cleanness issue of your code. That is the 0 level. And for the L1 level is the written document in SGLang's code base. We may put it as a skill, we may put it as a markdown file. And I think in this level, you can do this standard very well. So what does it mean as LX signal into the issue? What is LX signal? Okay, I will just continue. And for the L2 level is the structure issue. A lot of information or knowledge or design just embedded in the code base. Like, you will need to write your own skills to retrieve some knowledge to see if your PR is aligned with the code base design. And when you are not sure about the necessity of your proposal, please propose an issue at first, then we can discuss in the GitHub pages. And for a large PR, that we should get a roadmap to discuss. If I have seen so many PR in SGLang, that they contribute to 1,000 lines of code, and they just say that they supported some problem. It must be some upstream for a business company, and they implement it very well, and they tested it in their own workflow, but it's maybe most of the time it's not aligned with the SGLang's design. So in that case, please to get a roadmap and to keep every PR small and write description very well. That is an example. Yeah, I'm sorry to put this issue to put this PR here, but it's necessary to put it as a demonstration. Like this PR to support Beam search, and this PR has been hung there for several months, and it's only got a PR to yeah, it does have some internal or some not public document about the design, but it's the code is too long, and it's like make contributor or other reviewer maintainer very hard to review the code. Also, another way to make your PR merge faster is to the test coverage. Unfortunately, even for nowadays, in the GPU environment, the bugs are always hard to find, even for like smartest AI in the world. So in that case, as a maintainer, I will suggest that if you are trying to solve some broken bugs or you add some new features, I suggest you add some test cases in your PR, like to test together your contribution. Yeah, for how to write the CI test in SGLang, like we also have a cloud skill to do that. Yeah, that is today's sharing about the how to make the PR merge faster in the web coding era. So here is a Q&A. Anyone can just left comments in the chat. Oh, what is a LX signals into the issue? What is it?
Liangsheng, I think it means like the L0, L1, L2 just talk about.
It's just like my personal thoughts. Yeah, I just summarize this like. Oh, it's just not a strong invention. Like this is my personal thinking ideas as a from the experience.
We are open to more question. Feel free to post anything if any question.
Yeah, I use Cloud Code. Yeah, I use Cloud Code every day.
Liangsheng, is that any reason why you prefer Cloud Code over Codex, or you just like use Cloud Code at the first place?
I actually use Cursor first because Cursor has like a clearly better UI, but I found that Cursor is like expensive, much more expensive than Cloud Code, and so I switched to Cloud Code. And yeah, I think why I choose Cloud Code over Codex because like recently people are promoting the Cloud Code, so I give it a try. Yeah, so I can tell you how is my workflow working with the Cloud Code. Like I will use the Cloud Code to build some of my own skills to review the code, and I will like use Cloud Code to become a system retrieval to help me to read the code. And but for the code I contribute to SGLang, I will have to figure out like each line is doing what, like what each line is doing. You guys doing SGLang RL roadmap? I'm looking for some people for that. Yeah. For RL part, maybe we can discuss in other places. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, always like welcome to join the SGLang Slack community, and
Yeah.
yeah, there'll be like dedicated channel for RL roadmap. You can ask the
Yeah.
right people.
I yeah, so I will release my own skills. Like maybe I should organize them. Like some of them are bilingual. Like it's not proper to release it in the GitHub. Uh, yeah, let's answer the question one by one. So, is there a good start list issue for people just come to SGLang? Like, I know GitHub have some good first issue labels, but uh, I think for some maintainers, they just label the PR or issue as good first because they know that every implementation details for that issue. So they want like to just share their knowledge to the community to see if there's someone that's real capable for solve that issue. So you can always contribute to unsolve the issue, but you have to be smart to use the cloud code or some AI agent to get the right information. CI frequently fails. Like as long as merging gate is not related to AMD system because AMD like they are we build the like uh, we cares about the CI, but some AI say some AMD is maintained by AMD groups. Some of them is failing. So like if we want to keep the AMD CI also success every time, that will be a huge overhead. But if you are a contributor, you don't need to buy, you don't need to pass all the AMD CI. You only need to get the CUDA CI merged. I know that maybe put some good PR and bad PR. Like I just put some, yeah, for the technical level or from the technical view, it's okay to put some good PR or bad PR, but you have to consider someone's like if they contribute to a bad PR and you just put example like everywhere that they will be unhappy about that. Have you used the Kubernetes or other virtualization technique to share KS or have multiple customers running inference pods? Yeah, I do not use the Kubernetes in my daily development, and I use Docker, and I actually build a self toolkit to get connected to Docker and set up the Docker. Yeah, I do not use the Kubernetes every day. Want to learn parallel but no 2+ heaps. What is that? What I will just skip that. I don't know what it is. Apart from the contributing to issue, is there a way we can also contribute to a feature? Okay, you can always contribute to a feature. Like I think a lot of like what is a feature? Like a new things is a feature. Like if you contribute to things other than a bug fix, that is a feature, right? Apart, yeah, you can always contribute to a future. Rent GPU online is affordable or use Google Colab. Yeah, that's true. Does SGLang have any skill for touch profiling? Yeah, we have a document for touch profiling, and I also want to promote our dumper, which contributed by Tom, and this dumper is used for some precision comparing, and I think we can get skills for the how to profile SGLang, how to compare the precision accuracy in SGLang. We will get skill from that. Any other questions?
I think we can wait. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can wait for 1 more minute because there's a delay for the string.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you have GPU for test or contributor need to have GPU for themselves? We, as a, yeah, you know that SGLang is registered under the LMC's organization, and the LMC's is a non-profit organization registered in the San Francisco. We provide our developer machine for community developers. If you are willing to develop into some useful features in SGLang, we can provide the clusters or GPU for you. But like if for someone's first, actually you don't need to use some expensive GPUs like H200 or B200 to develop on SGLang. Like a normal GPU can do a lot of things. A small question: when they're cloud coding, the cloud framework matters more than cloud opus model matters more. Can other models work well in cloud code too? Like, yeah. So this depends like what kinds of task you want to solve. Like if you know everything, you know every details of the how to write the PR, then I think most of the AI models can handle this. Like you just tell them like how to write each line of code. But if you want to like find out a bug without debugging, or you just want to let the code to let the AI system to read the code and find out the bug, then it may cost your more expensive models. How does a project manager discover a new feature issue? Yeah, that is a L3 contextual problems. That the new features is always interact with the real world. Like if the AI agent workflow, they have some patterns to like if you use SGLang to serve the cloud code, or to use SGLang to serve an open source model to get the cursor, you may find some issues or optimization space for us to optimize the agentic workflow. In that case, this is a real world usage. So if you get a new optimization of that feature, can accelerate the agentic workflow, that is a real and useful and with high priority feature. So it's always interacted with the real world. What if I use GPU from Corp for SGLang? Feel like that? It's yeah, you decide by yourself. Like this depends like whether your corp like allow you to use the company's machines to contribute to open source. I think a lot of companies are open that are quite open to that. It's not dangerous. It's welcome for the community. Yeah, it seems that we have to finish the Q&A. I will stop sharing, or I just click to the next slide. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
So we recently create our Luma pages. So we'll put our all like offline meetup and also future office hour on this page. So please go to luma.com SGLang's dash meetup. Like subscribe that and to follow everything about us.
Okay, I will. Oh yeah.
And if you haven't like started us at GitHub, please do. And also please like follow us on X. Our handle is lncs.org. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone. See you at the next office hour.
Yeah, there is student asking that how to learn SGLang. So I recommend the mini SGLang.
Like, yeah, we have a project called mini SGLang.
Compact SGLang into 2,000 lines of code. It's very high performance and very easy. Yeah, thanks.
All right, thank you so much, guy. See you in the next office hour.
See you.